Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors, your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. Glad you're here this morning. Got a great show lined up. Let's get started. Our weather brought to us by Haney Technical Center at the corner of Baldwin Road and Highway 77. Looks today is going to be a high of 61 and a low of 50, so that's not much of a variance in the highs and lows. So it's just going to be a cool February day. It's going to be a good day. Looks like it's going to have a little bit of rain coming in today or tomorrow, and then sunshine the rest of the week. The water temperature is going up now. This is interesting. It's going up to 57 degrees. That's a 2-degree jump over the last couple of days. River readings, Apalachicola, Bluntstown, we're looking at. It's dropping on out now. It's been really healthy this winter. We've had a lot of water. Reading an 8.5 this morning, and by the middle of the week, it's getting on down to 7 foot. Okay, the Choctahatchee Caryville, again, this has some good water flow in it. It's reading a 7.9 this morning and dropping on down by Thursday to around 7 foot. So it's going to be a slow, steady drop. Now let's take a look at our tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn Funeral Home and Cemetery, and their motto is "When Carrying Counts." Looking at today's tide, we're looking at February the 11th on Tuesday. Good strong tide. We have a low tide at 5:02 and a high tide at 7:03. And we're looking at about a 1.8 foot range there. And good tides the rest of the week looks like. Marine forecast looks like this morning's going to be coming out of the east at 5 to 10. All right, that takes care of all of our outdoor weather here in the Panhandle. So let's go and take our break, and we'll be right back. All right, welcome back. Glad you're with us this Tuesday morning. Hope you have a great day at work or whatever you're doing today. We'll have some pictures. Let's start off with that. But first thing on the pictures, I have a little chart. We're talking about harvesting deer and all the good things that come from harvesting a deer and all. This little chart tells you the different. I ran across this the other day. On that left column, of course, it's, when you take a deer, on the left column, it remains, and they have a place in the cycle of nature also. Just we field dress our deer and just leave it out in the woods because you have buzzards and animals and all that will eat those remains. And it's just part of nature. So that's just leave it out there. Then right there in the middle, above the shoulder, you have that stew meat. Or a lot of us folks now, we just get it ground up in a hamburger meat, and we use it for chili and spaghetti and sloppy joes and all kind of things like that, and also get some sausage, start combining it with getting sausage made. So a lot of that are stew meat. And then at the top of the page, right there in the center, is loin, okay, commonly known as a backstrap. That's just a delicacy right there to cook that on the grill. You can also, on the bottom center there, you can make a little rack for your guns. What we're showing you, just don't have to, you can use just about every part of that deer you want to. Then the pelt in the top right-hand corner, the old timers used to make chairs with those skins. Also, we still have one from my granddad that made one. It's not really comfortable, but we still have it. Then he roasts and he steaks and all on that back quarters. You have all kind of meat on a deer, and that's and you talk to anyone, any kind of research will show you that venison is the healthiest red meat you can get. It's a lot healthier than any kind of a cattle meat or any kind of a pigs or anything else like that because of none of the additives are in it. So that's really good. So anyway, just be aware that when you do harvest a deer, there's a lot to be taken from it. All right, now look at a couple of pictures here. Mark Grant. Mark had a good job. This was Monday afternoon. Mark got this nice job there. So that's an 8-pound bass. He's caught about 6 of those, he said. Good job there. All right, this next. All right, let's go to this next one. We have we're winding down on deer picks. This is Brian Revere. He got 8 points. He's principal there at Vernon. Good job, Brian Revere. All right, Derek Fossil's son got his first buck Saturday, and he got a good one too now for his first buck. Good job there. We'll talk about hiking, the Florida Trail. It goes right through this area, goes up through the sand hills, and we talked about it some before. We'll talk about it some more about how important just getting out and walking. And I'm trying to get our young people in. I felt so good to get this picture. These 3 girls hiked locally now. They just went out for a couple of hours, but at least they got started on it. They hiked part of the Florida Trail, the Summer Bain, Ashley Bergenheimer, and their friend there. Those 2 girls are in my class. All right, Sunday afternoon at Sunnyside. nice redfish there. Corbin Gromowski. Good job there. That's a good, right there on the beach there over the sunny side. I thought this is creative. Next time you'll make a lot of s'mores at one time. Isn't that a good idea, folks? Jeff, how you like that one? Pretty good, isn't it? All right, the last picture. This is one of these Patronus girls again. This is Anna Patronus. This is her first buck. Anna's 17 years old. She's a junior at Mosley. Hadn't been in my class yet. I've had her sister, Maria. But this is a nice 10-point. And both of these kids got, for their first buck, got some nice deer right there. So good job, the Patronus girls, Maria and Anna. That's Anna right there. All right. Now, we'll talk about all kind of, and just, what fascinates me about these pictures, these last couple of days, these people, this is not last year's pictures or 2 or 3 weeks ago. They were within the last 4 or 5 days. It's just constant flow of pictures coming through Panhandle Outdoors, and I just enjoy showing them. I know I get good feedback from y'all how much you enjoy seeing really what's going on. It's a whole barometer. One day we're going to have anthropologists looking back. We won't be around by then, but anthropologists, I promise you, will look back on Panhandle Outdoors to see what's going on in the Florida Panhandle by just the pictures and what we talk about here on the show. I promise you that will happen because you look, that's what's happening in our history. All right, anyway, enough about the anthropologists. Hybrid month. I call February my hybrid month because you can you're still hunting and you're still fishing. And I'm going out this weekend. I'm going to try to squeeze in a hunting trip and a fishing trip. So I like to do both. January mainly, this is my January mainly hunting, and then once I get March and April from then on, it's mainly fishing right there. But hybrid month is right here, and I'd really like to take advantage of it. Other outdoor activities. I tried to write down last night some other outdoor activities because of the weather and not a lot going on. I ran across a blacksmithing workshop up there at the Pioneer Settlement in Bluntstown. It's a one-day deal. They'll bring you on lunch there, and they actually teach you how the old-time blacksmiths, they'll heat the metal, the iron and steel, they'll heat it, and you'll forge it with your forceps and all, and hammer it in. And what a neat thing to learn. And so they'll do that. Call up there to the Pioneer Settlement. It's going to be this Saturday, okay? I think it starts at 8 o'clock, I believe, but it's really interesting. That's in Calhoun County. Over in Jackson County, I know a lot of outdoors like to do outdoor gardening and things like that, and your wives like to also. They're having how to grow tomatoes from A to Z for the home grower. It's going to be this Saturday also at the Ag Center. So that's a couple of outdoor related activities you can do, blacksmithing and raising your own tomatoes, and that gives you more time to hunt when you do that stuff. But anyway, call those folks ahead of time, and at the Ag Center in Jackson County, and also the Pioneer Settlement over there in Bluntstown in Calhoun County. Give you something to do also. All right, let's go ahead and take our break, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. We're talking about spring gobbler season. It's still about a month away. It's going to be March the 15th, but that youth turkey hunt now will be March the 8th. So if you want to go and start making plans for that, that's not about 3 weeks away, but it is have a little bit of time to go find those turkeys and all. Another thing you can do in February is a good time to look at your Boating Smart book because we're right on the starting boating season. And I would recommend this. You grandparents need to get your grandkids to make sure. So look, you can go through the book and you can take the test. The test is in the book, and all you do is send that in, and it's so important. So many little things in there that we take for granted. We think everyone knows that we don't know. I was thinking the other day, your viewers on an outdoor scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being the least experienced and 10 being the most experienced, I have the whole realm, 1 through 10 in there. And when I present stuff, a lot of times I know 9 and 10, I can't tell them anything. I don't mean that sarcastically. 9 and 10, they you don't get to be a 9 and 10 by just sitting at home. So those 9 and 10s know all this stuff, and a lot of times we just share stuff back and forth. But a lot of other folks, it's like my class of my 45 kids. I have 3 or 4 of those boys and girls in there that can do all that stuff already. But they'll help the other kids do it. So it works out. So it's a wide variety of viewers want to present things to you. It's sort of I'm trying to hit the shotgun approach and just try to get everybody in there, okay? So with that being said, I talk about this several times a year, that Boat Smart book, okay? Now let's introduce this video. This next video is sort of another one of a kind. Like last week, I was just telling Jeff last week on the video of the book story, how we did the book and all. I got so much feedback on that. I'm very appreciative and so much of all the feedback I got, and I'm so glad you enjoyed it. It was a special time. I'm so glad we got to share it with you. Now this is a little 3-minute video, not like the other 27-minute video, a little 3-minute video. And I was trying to explain to y'all last week how this is a one-man job as far as, you know, doing all of it. Of course, I had a lot of help with the family, but I have to go rent my truck and drive it up there. So a little 3-minute video, actually how we went up there, got the books, and brought them back home, got them unloaded, and stacked up at the house. We got a kick out of doing this and had a lot of fun. So I'm going to just share this little 3-minute video with you, and then we'll be right back. Okay, I'm at Road Mart here in Lynn Haven. I'm getting ready to rent a budget truck and head to Tallahassee to pick up the books. From Melanie, the Collette family, I've known since, well, Melanie was at Mosley. I taught Melanie, so now she runs the business. 30 years ago, my goodness. Don't tell nobody.
There you go. Hot off the presses.
Right, this is the new book.
Yeah, that's it.
Wow, beautiful. And the paper, this
Yes, it's got a nice.
beautiful paper.
Yep.
Okay,
There's
so
some
we're going
bulk to it.
to go back. This has been our customer rep or
Customer service rep. Yep.
and she's just done a wonderful job with us. And so you're gonna take it back there. We're gonna look at it.
Yep. We're gonna go grab them up and load you up.
All right.
Oh, really?
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Well, we got some work to do, buddy. I get these, you get those.
We're 3 little Hulks.
Okay, the very last one. It's the one we've been looking for. You're doing it first, we won't have to go on others.
Wait, no, I want to
Come out.
Gonna fall. Don't stab me with that.
The last one.
You'll
Put
stab
it
me.
in place. Yeah.
5 seconds, Ashley. 5.
Hey, grab that one. That's the last one. Thank you very, very much. All right, welcome back. You can see now we don't do a lot of outdoor work. We do a lot of, as far as getting outdoor help is what I meant. We get our own family help out. It was funny, the kids got tired. I was telling them when they were real little on those first shipments, I did all 1,000 books by myself. They just couldn't believe I did all that by myself. But I just want to share that with you. I'm sure hopefully one day you might get a chance to do something like that. But it's just a lot of fun. It's as simple as that. Now let's take a look at our fishing game forecast brought to us by Mark Cowart of Edgewater Beach Realty. Mark's an excellent fisherman and does really good in his real estate endeavors. So give him a call if you get a chance, any real estate needs. We're looking at 9:24 to 11:24, and that's a really good time, folks. I believe those bucks will be walking this morning. And then this tonight, 9:48 to 11:48. Those are our two times right there. Now, we're getting ready this Friday now, guys. Y'all, I know y'all are listening to. This is Valentine's Day. I know most of y'all are already taking care of Valentine's and all, but I do want to share something with you. We're going to give away two little Valentine's Day presents from Panhandle Outdoors. We love giving stuff away on this show. And what we're going to give away, two little things. One of them is going to be, check this out, we still have a few of these left, and I'm going to have to order some more. I didn't know we had. I looked in the closet yesterday and found this one. Team Panhandle Outdoors. Really nice pink cap for Valentine's. We're just going to draw a name out of the pickle jar. So make sure you've entered. And I'm going to keep drawing out until I draw a girl's name. And the other thing we're going to give away, this is a Panhandle Outdoors bag. Now this is heavy duty cotton right here with the straps and everything. And it's got a little pocket. I don't know if you can see a little pocket in here. You can put stuff in. It's got a little clip right here. It's got Panhandle Outdoors. These are really nice. Each Christmas, and we get our sponsors. We get them instead of a Christmas basket, we give them a bag full of goodies and all. So I told Gail, let's order some extra ones this year to give these away to some of our viewers, because these are really nice. Some out haul stuff to the beach and all, and it's a really, really good thing. So we're going to give away one of those, all right, for Valentine's. So make sure you've entered sometime this week. And guys, make sure you have gotten your candy and your flowers and all that lined up. And this is a girls' holiday now, so we're going to treat them right. We're going to take them out to eat and all that good stuff, all right? I know Jeff's already taking care of his. Now, let's talk a minute about rigs. We're talking about, but before we get to rigs, I was mentioning a couple of other things we can do in February, being a tween month and all. Get your rod and reel ready. Make sure your line's all set up and all, because spring fishing is right around the corner. Another thing I wrote down, wash that dirty truck. I got to do that. I got to do that. I'm thinking about myself. This is the thing I'm telling myself, because I just need to do that. Game camera. Go ahead and you might want to go ahead and start taking game camera out of the woods, especially if you already know what the pattern of the deer and all. So I wouldn't leave them there much longer. Go ahead and take that game camera out. And some folks leave them in there year round, but I like to take mine out. And so just those couple little things right there on your own checklist. I don't know if y'all have checklists. I have a little checklist of things I want to get done pretty soon. Like each month I have a checklist. I don't get them all done, but I do have a checklist. Now, one thing also, we keep talking about spring fishing. The first thing we're going to be exposed to, of course, will be the Spanish mackerel, and then just order in order. We talk about it each year, and Pompano will be coming up pretty soon. And I've talked about this before, but I'm a firm believer of, you can make your own rigs. I'm a firm believer now of just buying these prepackaged rigs for all kind of fishing. And this is one little Pompano in here. You buy these at any of our sponsors, tackle stores. We used to make our own, tie them on. It's just not worth the time to do it. These are already done for you, and it's so much easier. You can do that with Pompano, okay? Now also, one on sheephead, I found, I have a collection of all of these. I just like to collect them, but I do use them too. A sheephead rig. It's a good 2-hook rig. It's already put together for you. These made down in Riviera Beach. This company's been making these rigs since like 1948, so they have a good, a good reputation for different things they do. Okay. Also, a bottom rig. Bottom rig is real simple to make, but you can go ahead and get these. This is 1.5 ounce egg weight. And these beads now. These beads are, and when they first came out, I was a little reluctant to go to them, but everybody believes in them now. So I'm a believer of them also. Also, now I haven't used this one yet, but this is interesting. Each year I say I'm going to fish more for tarpon here in the local area, because we do have tarpon come through here on a regular basis. Over there at Crooked Island Sound is one of the top spots in the Florida Panhandle for tarpon. And it's not hard to get to, but they already have your tarpon rig all put together. Now you have those rigs. Also, they just have a simple, if you bridge fish, this could be used with sheephead too, just a simple bait holder, okay? Just rig it up there, and you can adjust the line on it, but that's good. That's 12, looks like 12-pound leader right there. So all this good stuff. Or you can you can make your own. Like I say, now this right here, this is one that Tony Bass made, and it's a piece of water hose. This is our grouper rig, okay? It's a water hose, and we just I'll put a hook on it. See, Tony's got a lot of time to do that. Just kidding. Tony works hard at his auto body shop, but he likes to make them. Some people enjoy just making the stuff. But so either way, but make sure, the point being, make sure you've got a good supply. Go ahead and get it ready in February and in early March, and have a good supply for your whole fishing season. It's not too early to get started on that. Okay. Now another thing too, I've showed this before. Let me put this up too. On these talking about surf fishing. Again, that's this little weight right here. Move this one over. This is a surf fishing weight. We've talked about it before, and it is just set really when you cast out, really for rough surf. When you cast out there, and you're rolling, this weight right here just keeps rolling in the surf, and you just can't keep it in a spot you want to get it in. This is what this does, and what this will do. This will actually, when you pull on it, these release, okay, like this, in the sand, and then you can drag it, and it'll drag in the sand, like that. Let's see if I can draw it. They're like that. It'll drag, and when otherwise, so that when you throw it out there, and I've used these. I'm not really, I'd say, crazy about them, but they do on a rough surf. If it's too rough, now it's not good fishing. But a medium rough surf, if you can sort of picture what I'm saying, a medium rough surf is really good for fishing. But if it's too rough, way up like 4 foot or so, it's just we're wasting your time. But this will keep that bait pinned down to the sand right there. And I start getting this stuff out, I start getting excited. And inventions, I don't have time to get into it. Tony sort of invented this. I talk to my class a lot about outdoor inventions, and we talk about, and that's one of their assignments, is to invent something that they can either bring it to class and show it, or either they draw it on the board. They got to do some kind of outdoor inventions. I'd like to invite you to sort of, if you have some inventions you want to share. Now, we don't want it your secrecy, but we don't. If you already have a patent on it, it's okay. But if you have an outdoor invention to share, go ahead and send it to us. We'll do that. I want to talk more about inventions maybe on tomorrow's show. But anyway, I got to wrap up. Thank you, folks, so much for watching Panhandle Outdoors. We appreciate your viewership. You do something good for somebody today, and have a great day, and God bless.
Thanks for joining us for Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester. Panhandle Outdoors features hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.